This is Sports Desk. I'm Alan Partridge. Formula One driver Nigel Mansell gave up motor racing this week as it's too dangerous. And anyway, claims Mansell, I can get the same sensation by sitting in a wind tunnel with dark glasses on and a paper bag of agitated wasps tied over my head. This is Sports Desk. I'm Alan Partridge. Athletics, and sprinter Linford Christie has withdrawn from tomorrow's Crystal Palace meeting in Oslo, blaming groin injury. The problem centres on possible tearing in the lower skin and a slight severing of dry tissue from the genital wall. Apparently, 7 connective membranes have been stretched and 3 have come loose, causing the inner sac to chafe against the muscle for the 3rd time this season.
Thanks so much indeed there to Alan Partridge. And now sport.
This is Sports Desk. I'm Alan Partridge. Cricket, and a shock result at Lord's today when Glamorgan defeated Middlesex. I spoke to Graham Gooch in the pavilion. Well, Graham Gooch, all out for 36. That was quick. You must be pleased.
No, it's the lowest score on record, actually, Alan. We're very disappointed.
I heard talk in the shower room that you had trouble in the groin department.
No, my groin is functioning 100%, thank you, Alan. 100%.
Golf news now. And the British Open reached its climax this afternoon at Turnberry. I spoke to Seve Ballesteros in the clubhouse. Seve Ballesteros, it's all over. You're back in the bar. What went wrong?
Oh, well, nothing go wrong. I don't think you quite understand the principle of golf, which is that if I hit less shots, I'm back in the clubhouse very quickly. It's very good.
A lot of people been talking about your groin strain. I understand there's been a few snags, a few stretches there.
What people is this who are talking about a strain? Because it's not true.
Seve Ballesteros. Over at Hickstead for the show jumping now, and I grabbed a few moments with Lucinda Green. Lucinda Green, you stayed on your horse all the way round. You must be pretty chuffed.
Well, I stayed on, but I had a very low score, so I'm feeling I can do a lot better next time, I hope.
Yeah, but still, you hit all the right fences. One thing that sort of troubles me is your groin strain. How bad is it? Any torn ligaments? I've been told it's a bit like a guitar string snapping.
No, I don't have any strain of that sort.
Surely the taking off the landings, there must be a strange kind of pressure on the groinal area. I was wondering how you cope with the impact.
No, I think you've got the wrong rider. I don't have any groin strain at all.
How do you deal with the inevitable muscular spasms and pains that must rack the groinal area?
I don't have any pain whatsoever.
I love the sense of humour you got there. Listen, have a can of Ralgex on Alan Partridge. I'll spray it on. Thanks. This is Sports Desk. I'm Alan Partridge. The World Snooker Championships in Reading were thrown into chaos this afternoon when midway through the Steve Davis-Jimmy White quarter-final, a young child stood up in the audience and shouted, "Hold on! All this game is 2 blokes hitting some balls around a table for a couple of hours. Where's the entertainment value in that?" The rest of the audience realised how foolish they'd been for so many years, and the disillusioned players were unable to continue. Later on, the British Open Golf Championship was thrown into chaos today when, as Nick Faldo prepared to putt on the 17th green, a young child stood forward from the group of spectators and shouted, "What a swizz! This is just a load of old blokes in sweaters knocking a ball about with a stick." Faldo was cited later in the bar, mumbling, "What's the point of it all?" into an empty glass. This is Sports Desk. I'm Alan Partridge. Fishing news.
Shut up, Alan. I want you to stop. Time now for Sports Desk with Alan Partridge, and you're a bit of a cream man, I understand, Alan.
I certainly wouldn't say no, a bit of the old cream, certainly, and I know a lot of people say, hold on with the cream there, not so good for the old ticker, but I certainly say give us another spoon of cream. Yeah.
Do you drink it out of a cup?
What, out of a cup? I don't know. Certainly if there's a bit of a trifle at the bottom, I'd probably say put some cream on that, please, or probably, and probably have a few more if I was really hungry. This is Sports Desk. I'm Alan Partridge. And transfer news. Arsenal have bought a special Letraset Action transfer pack, which includes an alien landscape and a set of 15 transfer figures of spacemen and monsters. It's great, says manager George Graham. It gives us the chance to create our own alien world with men and monsters depicted in battle or at rest as we imagine it. Title contenders Liverpool manager Graham Souness says he's not worried by this development, arguing that his multi-million-pound signings of Dean Saunders, Mark Wright and the real Ghostbusters fridge magnet should put them in contention at the end of the season. This is Sports Desk. I'm Alan Partridge. Hunting. Buckinghamshire's radical new vegetarian hunt has run into teething troubles. Their pack of rabbits has responded well to training, but the local children, paid to drag vegetables at speed through the fields and woodland, became tired very quickly, meaning the hunt ended early with the successful but unsatisfying capture of a turnip, 3 carrots and some leaves. Some veggie burgers left in a local garden were liberated by carnivore hunt saboteurs, who left confusing trails of salad dressing along busy roads and railway lines. Racing tips today. At the 3:30 at Tavistock, we go for number 5, Santa's Boyfriend. And the 4:30, the Barbara Bush Handicap, we put our money on horse number 2, Dr. Jeremy Simpson. The going at Tavistock today was good to flimsy.
Alan Partridge with today's sport. And I understand over the weekend, Alan, your wife died.
Certainly, straight like a bolt out of the blue, as they say. Was just working on the extension and got a phone call, and that was it. She was gone. Certainly.
There's an inevitable psychological backlash which could last up to 10 years.
Yes. Well, certainly I'm hoping it's going to be a bit shorter than that. I've seen a guy for counselling and trying to sort of keep things in perspective, certainly keep things together. It's the important thing.
Still, nice to have a bit of time to yourself.
Yeah.
Time for sport now with Alan Partridge. And talking of strong breezes, Alan, you're a pretty strong man.
Well, certainly like to think I can I do a bit of the old weights, get the old pecs and the lats in shape. Certainly think if there was a bit of a caboodle, bit of a kerfuffle, I could certainly hold my own.
Big and strong.
Strongish, yeah.
Handy with a mallet.
I certainly think I can use weaponry. This is Sports Desk. I'm Alan Partridge. Fishing news. The British angling competition, latest score, anglers 532, fish 0. Shock news today from swimming star Duncan Goodhue, whose hair has grown back overnight, destroying the cheery, bald swimming star image that has made him the toast of the twin worlds of sport and no hair. Goodhue feels he's at crisis point in his career due to the inevitable revenue loss from his moonlighting as a cheery, bald swimming star quiz and chat show celebrity.
Time for Sports Desk with Alan Partridge.
This is Sports Desk. I'm Alan Partridge. Confusion at the end of the American football Super Bowl in LA this week, as both teams claimed victory, and there was no one in the ground who was exactly sure how the scoring system works or of the basis upon which the points are awarded. Coach Eni Ramal of the LA Dogs said surely it's how much you throw the ball around that counts, while Zim Norcioni of the New York Dogs countered no, it's how fast you go up and down. That's what means you win. And news in from the Dolphinarium Brighton, where kindly local dolphins and otters have come up with a novel way to solve the financial crisis of newly haired ex-bald swimming star Duncan Goodhue, their human aqua friend. They're planning to join with Goodhue in a musical aqua show involving leaping through hoops, catching fish and clicking. The dolphins and otters will wear wigs to remind even the most hard-hearted onlooker of the tragedy of Goodhue's misfortune. Duncan is hoping that the proceeds from the show will enable him to buy an electric razor or else a cheap novelty bald joke wig.
Alan Partridge with today's sport. And before you go, Alan, I gather that your wife rose from the dead this weekend.
Yeah, I was wondering how long it would take for that one to get round. I was doing a spot of decorating and right like a bolt out of the blue, there was my wife, with a couple of other members of the living dead.
Any smell involved?
Quite a bit, I can tell you. A bit of a hoy there, but so I had to, got out the garden hose, sort of clean her up a bit, and certainly I do love her, even though there's a smell.
The onset of putrefaction hasn't destroyed the charm.
Yeah.
Well, I'm joined now by Alan Partridge for a review of the year's sport. Alan, I gather you've just been sick.
You're not wrong there. I certainly was sick a couple of hours ago, funnily enough, and mixing of drinks and food and whatnot. It was a bit of a lethal cocktail, and certainly a lot of that came out in one big
emesis nemesis.
You might say that. Anyway, I've got quite an amusing story about Christmases of the past. The turkey we were going to have was I was supposed to go and pick it up, and I put it in the back of the car, which was going to take it to.
Can you hurry up, please? We're running out of time.
Yeah, I'll just hurry. And put it in the back of the car, and it was the wrong car. So this car drove off, the wrong turkey in. Yeah, just went. We never saw it again. Basically, we had to get another one. We had to buy another one.
Is that what happened? Is that all that happened then? You just put a turkey in the wrong car.
Yeah, it was at the time. You know, you had to laugh about it.
Surely there must have been something else which happened, which made this event worth recounting.
It was a long time ago. I think something else probably happened, like someone fell over or something. Yeah, it was very funny, yeah. I seem to remember now. It's coming back. Someone did fall over. Yeah.
Happy Christmas, Alan.
Yeah, thanks, Chris.
Oh, dear.
Well, on that cheery note, let's have a look back at some of the other cheery events. Thanks, Chris. I feel a lot better.
Start the tape.
I wonder who it was who said, if a week is a long time in politics, then a year is 12 months in sport. I wonder. I am Alan Partridge, and this is my year of sport. Welcome. You join us here as Manchester United and Liverpool, the two giants, battle it out at the derby, or well, not near derby, of two teams who are quite close, battling for the prize, which is a result in this case, down there on the pitch. And I've got to say, it's foggy, very foggy. It's adding in a way to the atmosphere. The fog here hanging like some sort of grey flannel, dirty grey flannel hanging here on a sort of, if you imagine the pitch is a towel rail, obviously a big one, big towel rail with a big grey flannel hanging. I can't see much. That's the main problem here. A lot of fog, certainly hanging fog. A great match. Earlier on this year, my wife said to me, Alan, you've gone to the dogs. And in a way she was right, because what a magnificent year it's been for dog racing. And they're off. Number 5 straight into the lead there. A very well-bred hound running there right in front of the other dogs. There's the rabbit, or the hare, whatever. He's after that. Not a real one, of course, thank goodness, as these greyhounds or whippets, whatever they are, doing really well. All racing round in a corner. Thank goodness it's not a real hare or a rabbit, because I'll tell you, I've seen some of those things happen. I've seen some of those poor old rabbits and hares, and they just get hold of them and tear them to pieces. Not a nice thing. Just tear them, little bunny, all being torn by dogs. Horrid. Anyway, there they are, round the course. And I'm just so relieved it's not a real rabbit, honestly. Because it's just not right. You know, some of them live for hours. It's terrible. Anyway, and here they come. In motor racing, the cars were truly on form. Formula One style. Mansell closely followed by Prost, followed by Senna, Berger, Piquet. Mansell's held it all the way. It's very difficult to see how he can lose the lead now. Yeah, no, yes. Yes, I was right. He's still in the lead. Mansell is in the lead, followed by Senna, Prost, Berger and Piquet, and some others behind them. Some foreign but quite good racing drivers following him. Amazing. But here comes Mansell. He's still in the lead with Senna and Prost and Berger, just like before. In the same row, Mansell looks like he's going to win. Through the chicane. On all the others, through the chicane. Amazing. Mansell, Senna, just the same. Amazing. Through the chicane. Through the chicane. Amazing. This is Alan Partridge, and these are my sports. They've been good, they've been fast, they've been clean. Let's keep it that way in the coming year. Goodbye and good sport.
Fine and just sentiments, Al. Cheers very much indeed. Time now for Alan Partridge with Sports Desk.
This is Alan Partridge with Sports Desk. Soccer news. Troubled Tottenham Hotspur have been bought outright for £8 million by the South American Republic of San Rico. The team will be trained in martial arts and knife skills to become the private secret police force of evil dictator Dr. Magneira, as well, of course, as giving public displays of the soccer skills that have made them famous. Sumo. Tokyo's sumo wrestling team are in town this week for a week-long display of sumo wrestling. Earlier today, two of the big fellas, Woomar and Hanoum, showed me some of the moves. I'm in the, I wouldn't call it the ring, but I'm in the,
Doyo.
Yeah, what, sorry?
Doyo. It's called a doyo.
A doyo, right, doyo. It's funny sounding. It's sort of a circle, and this is where the sumo boys do their stuff. I've got to say, for athletes, with the greatest respect, you're in terrible shape. I mean, you've got fat all over the place, all hanging out here and there. You've got breasts not unlike a lady's, if I may say so.
No, you don't understand the mechanics of this sport. It's very complex.
I may not know the mechanics of the sport, mate, but I know that people who are in trim don't have that much stuff hanging out the pants, so to speak.
We train, the bigger you are, you see, the easier it is to defeat your opponent because you have more force with you.
Yeah. You're just so fat. You really are quite fat. But I respect your shape. So, all right, let's pretend I'm a sumo. I've got that nappy thing on. I'm in the ring, the circle bit. I come on, I look at you, I say, hey, Woomar, you're a big fatty woman. Big fatty woman with big, you look like a big girl kind of thing. What would you do to me then? If I was to, well, hang on, listen. No, hang on. No. Hang on, loosen it. Please, I can't breathe. I can't do. I've got to do the interview. I've got to do the interview. Just loosen it a bit more. We're nearly there. Loosen it a bit more. Loosen it a bit more. Please, let me go.
And then a throw.
No.
Then you will be on floor and you are completely submissive to sumo superior.
I've hurt my arm, you've hurt my arm. I'm Alan Partridge. This is Sports Desk. Soccer news. Troubled Leeds United have sold Gordon Strachan for £2 million to retired schoolteacher Mr Philip Griffiths of Solihull in the West Midlands. Gordon will be expected to make beds, do gardening and spend any spare hours reading to his new owner by the light of a single candle. Mr Griffiths has no plans to allow Gordon to display the soccer skills that have made him famous.
And now it's time for Sports Desk with Alan Partridge. And it's a special Sports Desk this week. As I gather, Alan, you're going to be looking ahead to the summer's sporting prospects. So what have we actually got to look forward to? Is it going to be a good summer for sport?
This is Sports Desk. I'm Alan Partridge. And it's a very special desk of sport this week as we look forward to an exciting summer of action. If last year's summer was anything to go by, then look out for some hot action in the tennis field. Lendl about to serve, Cash in his march. It's a good serve, Cash go back, there's Lendl, over its volley, down, it's got that back, there again, the corner, it's up in the air, it's not going to get, it's a smash, yeah! Well, if you think the temperature was a bit hot there, things got even more frosty when it all hotted up for the boat race. Once again, Oxford and Cambridge, the undisputed grandmasters of racing boats on the Thames, are in the lead as they come under the bridge there, the famed bridge that has cars on it. But where are the others? Where are the others? The other universities, they're nowhere to be seen, and I'm worried for one. I wonder if Norwich are in the race, who knows? Let's keep our fingers crossed that they're not too far behind, and let's hope that they've not been sunk in some horrible boating disaster. That really would be a sad day for the days of racing boats along the Thames. And I think it's Oxford who are in the lead. I can't be sure. It could be Cambridge, but they're certainly in the lead. Of that, there's no doubt, as they round another bend and go under another bridge. This one that appears to take trains on it. And they emerge. And there'll certainly be a considerable amount of temperature for Nick Faldo at this year's Open Golf Tournament. Faldo there, placing the golf ball precariously on the tee. Heaven knows, hope it doesn't fall off. Have to put it back on again. People staring tentatively. The atmosphere here is absolutely electric. And he takes position, holds the long bat thing in his hand. He's got both his hands there. And he swings it up in the air, way, way up, and it's a fast stroke. He's hit it! And finally, who can forget the sizzling finish to last year's horse meeting at Royal Ascot? And they're off, yes, they're off. They're off, the horses are off, and it's Keith in the lead. Keith in the lead, followed by Thop Davity, the Pardon Me event close up the rear. On the inside is Henry Cooper, closely followed by Placenta Girl. And Bishop Thumpety Thump has lost his rider. And coming from nowhere, I Am a Horse. I Am a Horse. Coming straight up the inside. I Am a Horse. I Am a Horse in the lead. With Auntie's Pension coming at the inside. Bishop Thumpety Thump, as I said, is completely out, still out. Thop Davity on the inside, closely followed by Keith, the Bobby Devereux Snooker Experience. Lord Follicles, Whomsoever Machine from nowhere, and he's between Thop Davity and Placenta Girl. Thop Davity and Placenta Girl. Who's going to win? Is it Thop Davity and Placenta Girl? Thop Davity, Placenta Girl, coming right up from nowhere, and it's Thop Davity, followed by Coventry Child Abuse, Placenta Girl, and there, following up the rear, is Barcelona Drugs Baron. No, I've just been told Keith's won. Keith won. Great. I am Alan Partridge, and this will be my summer of sport, as well as the Olympics. Welcome.
Thanks, Alan. Just about it. Just about all we have time for.
This is Alan Partridge with his sports desk. More racing results just in from Chestershire. The 4:30 brouhaha finish. First, number 3, Clerical Explosion. Second, number 5, Erupted Pension. And third, number 7, Alan Beath Tonsil Boy. The going at Chestershire today was Flappy to Amorous. Cricket! The International Cricket Championships start this evening. Earlier last week, I shared a chat with Graham Gooch and some other English cricketers in the post-match changing rooms. I'm here in the changing rooms of the England cricket team, and I must say it's quite a sort of close, foggy atmosphere. It's all the smells of sportsmen changing. Going in the showers there and see they're getting the clothes off. There's very big blokes, certainly is. And, hey, there's Graham Gooch. Graham, Alan Partridge.
Yeah, you got a few questions then, Mr.
Hey, you lot, stop messing about, or I'll have your.
It looks pretty sexy, Alan.
Oh, thanks a lot. I'll have your balls. Just a bit of a joke there. Graham, the gear. Tell us a bit about the gear, because it sort of looks funny. Well, what's this? What's this here? What's this thing here?
That's called a box.
Box. Oh, right, I see. So protect the old nose. Just put it on my head here. Just
Slip
dip
that
it
on
on.
your face then, Mr.
It's right over my nose now. I don't know if you still hear me. It makes me. I feel a bit like Darth Vader. Luke, may the force be with you. It smells a bit funny.
Yeah, that actually goes down your trousers. That's Botham's box, in fact. It goes down your trousers.
Down your trousers?
Yeah, protects your balls.
Hey, come on. You're not trying to say that's to cover the old crown jewels. That's not big enough for mine, I tell you.
Oh, no. Well, let's have a look at them then.
Yeah, come on,
Hey,
Alan.
get away. Get away. Get away. Get away. Come on, leave it. Come on.
That's no bigger than a bale.
Yeah, leave it out. It's pretty cold in here.
You put a bale down there.
Yeah. Just give us me trousers back, all right? Come on, it's BBC property.
They're in the shower.
Oh, get away. Yeah, you're rubbish at cricket, even though you play for England.
Signing cock.
This is... Yeah! This is Alan Partridge, Sports Desk, finding out things that I'd rather not know about England cricketers and the fact that they're very, very rude.
On the hour.
Time now for Alan Partridge with Sports Desk. And Alan, will the weather be affecting today's sport at all?
This is Sports Desk. I am Alan Partridge. Tennis. Last night saw Gabriella Sabatini win the final of the Quarterman's Challenge. I caught up with her soon after her triumph. Gabriella, it's a great sort of honour for me to meet you at last, and got a lot of you on tape at home, a lot of videos that I can't help watching again and again. Nice to meet you. How do you feel? You've won the tournament. What do you feel about that?
Tired. It was difficult, and Steffi's obviously a great player, but on the day I won.
A lot of people say you won on the kind of catwalk as well, in a sort of a kind of a girl, attractive in kind of way. I mean, no?
No, it just, Steffi's a great player, and It's just a question of who wins on the day.
You know, you're not an unattractive young lady, and you played a great game, certainly. Your tennis is good too, that's not unimportant, and I think you've done a lot of a big service to your country, all that kind of sort of the differences that have existed in the past. I'm sort of thinking maybe the General Galtieri. Have you ever met him?
No. No, I don't know what you mean exactly.
Well, it's just that General Galtieri is a bit of a tennis player himself, although he played tennis with people's heads, was the line I heard. Bit of a joke. I mean, he's gone now, it's behind us, we don't have to talk about that really. All the whole Falklands thing, I think, it really needn't be raised. You won the match, you lost the Falklands, there must be some sort of compensation. This is Sports Desk. This is Alan Partridge. Badminton. The international badminton event starts tonight, and Britain's hopes rest with two talented Ipswich girls, Jo Berrington and Kathy Long. I caught up with them near the net. Tell me about the game. Do you feel good about it?
Well, we won.
Yeah, it was a really good game. They were very thorough, but we gave them a good game, and we're very pleased.
Yeah, I was just watching you. You look great. It's you've got to admit there's a bit of kind of comedy and a bit of sort of humour, and I suppose you've got to have a sense of humour when you're playing a game that you use a shuttle. What is it? A shuttle what?
A shuttlecock.
Yeah. But I suppose you get that all the time. You're probably bored of it.
Bored of what?
Cock.
Oh, I see. Right.
Shuttlecock. Yeah.
No, we don't. No, people don't really mention that very much. It's
No,
usually
they don't
because
really,
it's not
unless they're
called
really-
a cock. It's a shuttlecock.
Yeah.
So it's not really that funny.
Yeah. Doubles. Do you like playing doubles?
I think we like playing together. Really, we've got a lot of rapport.
Playing with each other. so to
Absolutely,
speak.
yeah. I mean, it's a
Quite
good
a good team.
feeling. Jo can
Bump
do the
into
things
each
I
other.
can't do, and I can do
Yeah.
the things that Jo's not so hot on.
Yes. So listen, you're there, you're in the shower. I mean, bit of horseplay, I guess, must happen now and again.
Oh yeah, a lot of joking about.
muck around,
you know,
yeah.
get the bubble bath out.
I wouldn't
The old
mind.
wash and go jokes, all that stuff.
Yes, wash and go. Yeah, I don't mind watching that. Yeah, sometime.
Well, you'll have to come and join us sometime, Alan.
Yeah.
Right. Well, I'd like to. When? I mean, when?
Oh well, anytime you like. You know. The door's open, Alan. You know.
No, come on. I mean, when?
When's our next match then?
Well, next Saturday.
Yeah, Milton Keynes next Saturday. See you there.
Should I meet you in the changing rooms, or what? Should I just go meet you after the pitch, or after the match?
You talking about for an interview? You wanna?
No. You know, for the showers, like you said. In the
You
shower.
want to come into our showers after the match?
You just said, didn't you?
Yeah, but we were joking.
Oh, come on, you know.
No, you come on. What are you saying? You want to come into our showers and watch us shower? Is that what are you?
I'm just trying to be friendly, that's all. Just
Yeah, but I
having
mean,
a bit of a joke.
It's a professional interview. We were told.
Yeah.
That's
It is
what
a
we were
professional.
told.
What's wrong with you?
What's wrong with you, mate? I think that's a question you need to ask
No,
yourself very
what's wrong with
seriously.
you?
Terry, get this man out of here, would you?
A couple of spunky ladies.
Oh, this morning as I sped past the sports room, I couldn't help noticing that Alan Partridge's desk was empty. I thought he was dead until I realised he's at the Olympics. He's there right now for the opening ceremony. Hello, Alan.
Yes, the Olympics again, stretching back thousands of years to Greece. Greece, where fit young men wrestled naked under the baking Aegean sun of Mount Olympus. Absolutely naked. Now, once more, we see a new generation of athletes, colossi, giants even, striding with their gelled blonde hair and stomachs like tortoise shells, all ribbed and hard like a sort of rubber wall of some sort. Gods and goddesses too, let's not forget. Oh, where did the baby gods come from? Diana of the Hunt. No test tubes in those days, Olympics or not. The Americans here, blonde-haired, muscles rippling under their vests, followed by the Swedish men. Sturdy, blonde, legs like trees these fellas have got, I can tell you. And the Englishmen next after them, blonde mostly. Arms like huge, muscly legs. Their singlets and shorts taut with hidden athletic power. All nations here, the peak of humanity, stalking the world of sport as if they had rained from heaven in a golden shower of athletic rain, all of them coming together in harmony at the Olympic feast. the Olympic feast of ancient sport, where they can run around and jump over things, jumping very high into the air indeed, and at what great speeds too, believe you me. And throwing things into the air as well, sort of discs, I think they're throwing, and big balls of iron, like huge walnuts of stone they are, flying into the Olympic sky, and some sticks as well, they throw them sometimes.
On the hour.
Just time now to whip back to Alan Partridge before the end of the programme. He's at the Olympic opening ceremony. Alan, loose your bow.
There are flags here from many countries, all different colours, and people of all different colours like the flags, though the people, of course, are not always the same colour as their flags. Maybe they should be, who knows. Now, and in the athletic parade now, I can see some of the women athletes, a relatively new development these women are, and I know, some people say, no, they shouldn't be here, not in the Olympics, no, let them have their own Olympics like the disabled fellas do, but I say no to them. I think it's good to have them along, adding a bit of glam to these sacred races in their shorts. Very nice indeed. There's the Moroccans from Little Morocco. Look at the cheeky fellas, the smaller racers coming together, competing with the big boys. I wonder what their national anthem is. Probably quite a lot of drums involved. Pity we probably won't be able to hear it here, because I doubt, frankly, if they'll be winning anything. Unless, of course, they're giving out medals for pluckiness.
This is Alan Partridge with a big sports desk. Soccer news. Arsenal's Paul Merson is fighting a stomach bug that has left him as weak as a kitten just 24 hours before the Gunners' League clash with Everton tomorrow. He's been vomiting twice an hour like a broken food mixer and has a really nasty case of diarrhea. Apparently, he's also got hemorrhoids and has picked up a bit of thrush. Still, all being well, he should be fit for the game at Goodison tomorrow.
On the hour.
Sport now, and earlier today Linford Christie won his race. Alan Partridge caught up with him literally seconds after he'd finished.
You've just finished that race.
That was a good race, and
What time was it? What time?
came in just a touch over 10 seconds with a wind against me, so it can't be bad at all.
Ah, certainly very good, that, 10 seconds. How far were you running? Half a mile?
It was 100 metres, actually, Alan, 100 metres.
That's not too far, is it? Now, your gear, your shorts especially, they used to be quite baggy, I remember, in the early 70s, and progressively through the 80s and now the 90s, they seem to have got tighter and tighter. One thing that particularly puzzles me is, in sprinters especially, is the buttocks of a man appear to be a lot more well-defined than those of a woman. You know, I was looking at you walking off there, the muscle definition from on each of your buttocks as you walk is quite well defined. It's there's no flab, it's rock hard. I mean, I wanted to prod it to see if it was as hard as it looks. Obviously I couldn't do that. And those pectorals, they're just like sort of plates of meat. In a way, I suppose that's what they are. Fantastic. It's a great body. You deserve it. You've worked for it. Can't help admiring it. If I had a body like that, I'd be wandering around the flat naked all day, looking at myself in mirrors. But obviously I do that now. Mrs. Partridge just says, get your dressing gown on and you look like a Christmas turkey. And she's right in a way. My time's past. I'm sort of, well over the other side, so to speak. No point me working out. But you, just look at you. Fantastic.